Okay, the participants are rolling in. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. We're gonna give it a couple minutes for everyone to settle in. We usually do an icebreaker in the beginning of these webinars. So for today's webinar, our question is, where is everyone tuning in and how many pets do you own? Terry and Todd, if you want to start off this icebreaker, and everyone else, please answer in the chat.
Go ahead, Todd.
Sure. Yeah, I'm from Tampa, Florida, and wow, I honestly have to sit here and count to figure out how many pets I own. I have two cats, two dogs, two tortoises, and
Wow.
yeah, like lots of pets, a few more outside as well. So quite a few.
Yeah,
Glad to be
so
here as well.
yes, I'm so happy to be here. And my name is Terry, and I'm in Sorrento, Florida, which everyone says, where is that? So, for context, I am 40 minutes from Disney World. 40 minutes.
So close.
Yes, I'm an annual pass holder.
Oh, that's so
Anyway,
cool.
yes, I have four dogs. Four dogs.
Wow. I'm only here
Yes.
with one dog.
Four is a part-time job.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
It's funny. I'm actually in I guess like Orange County, California. So I'm
Hmm.
like around 20, 30 minutes from Disneyland. So
Yay.
I still need to go to Disney World though. I've never been.
Awesome.
Just don't come in the summer.
Does it get too crazy when it's like during the summer, like the
No,
heat?
it's like a heat index of like 110 sometimes down here in the summer.
Wow.
So we only do Disney at night in the summer.
That's smart.
Yeah.
We have some participants too in the chat. Carrie is currently in Australia with one rescue
Wow.
dog.
Awesome.
Welcome.
And then Catherine is currently listening in from Houston, Texas with two dogs.
Yay.
Catherine.
So it's lunchtime in Sydney, Australia. That's super cool.
Oh,
And I noticed that Belle's a rescue. All of mine are rescues.
Aw, that's so
Mhm.
sweet.
ours are all rescues as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's lunchtime in Australia, and it is nighttime. Very dark here in Florida.
Yes.
Oh, yep, it's dinner time for me now.
We're also monthly contributors to the South Tampa Humane Society. So we greatly support rescue places and of all for all animals, not just dogs, of course. But we are big supporters. We just did an event on Saturday called Bark in the Park, which is sponsored by the South Tampa Humane Society. And we were there as vendors, and then we also made donations for every nail trim we did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Catherine's dogs were also rescues.
oh,
One was
yay.
from a shelter and one was a client owner surrender.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
that's awesome.
So many dogs need homes. That's awesome.
Oh, Tyler's also from Texas. Awesome.
Another Texas participant.
Guess the word got out in Texas, Ivy.
Okay, it is 5:05. I hope everyone is settled down. But yes, hi everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us
Uh-oh.
today. I'm Ivy from the MoeGo team, and we're really excited to have you for our webinar on building a smarter rebooking system for your mobile pet care business. At MoeGo, our mission is to help pet care businesses owners spend less time fighting their schedules and more time growing their business. Today's session is especially for mobile business owners who are dealing with frustrating schedule gaps or manual follow-ups that take way too much time. We're going to talk about systems and softwares that can make rebooking way easier. And before we dive in, a couple of housekeeping. This webinar is currently recorded. It'll be posted on our YouTube channel at MoeGo, so you can rewatch or share with your team members. And then feel free to drop any questions throughout the way in the chat, and we'll save it for later on in our Q&A session. So let's get started. I'll start by sharing my screen. Let's get to know our panel. So, for today's speaker, first is Todd Jenkins, which is owner of Dog Nail Care Professionals. Todd, will you please share a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. So my partner and I started Dog Nail Care Professionals about 4 years ago. We're a mobile service that specializes in low stress, pain-free nail care solutions for dogs. We see, of course, dogs from all ranges, from dogs that are extremely anxious to, people that are looking for something more convenient. They have four dogs and they need someone to come to their home. It's hard to get them in the car. So we provide our services to a large service area here in Florida. And I had no idea, if you would have asked me 4 years ago what we would be doing today, I was not sure that the demand would be great enough for us to continue. But I'll tell you, we have almost 4,000 clients, and growing, and we love what we do. It's super exciting and super fun, and we love being able to make a difference with the dogs that are in need.
Thank you, Todd. And then also joining us is Terry Whittaker, manager of Dog Nail Care Professionals. Will you also share some words about yourself and your role?
Yeah, sure. So I am the managing partner. I came on with D.O.G a little over a year ago. Todd and I were in corporate management together, too many years ago that I want to mention, actually. And so, we've worked together closely, and I came on as an addition, for lots of extensions, rebranding, and stuff like that. And I absolutely love it. I love this business. I love what we can offer for people, especially senior dogs, or senior people, senior humans that can't get their dog to a vet or anything. So I love the contribution that we are, to all of our clients.
Thank you, Terry. So for today's webinar, it's going to be everything rebooking. So let's start with the big question. If pet parents like your service, why do they not always rebook? And Todd or Terry, from your experience, what are the real reasons clients don't rebook, especially for mobile services?
Gary?
Yeah, so as mentioned here, it's bad service, too busy, too late to I'll text you later and it's out of sight, out of mind. But what it really comes down to is the biggest reason is we don't ask. Okay, we go about our day, we go about our routines, and we simply don't ask at the end of the appointment. And I want to go back to where it's bad service question mark. Our service is at an excellent level. If you ever visit our websites, and you can at the QR at the end, is we have 5-star reviews, and that is a big contribution to why people do in fact rebook with us. And we can go into that later, about our level of customer service and how that really impacts our business. But going back to the we don't ask them, that's the biggest thing. And guess what? It's the most simple thing you can do, right? But you have to be in a habit, and it has to be part of the structure. As your technicians or your groomers go out to the customer, they finish up. That is the last thing they ask before they leave. So absolutely.
It typically comes down to this as well. So a lot of times, if you or clients, they typically will wait until things get out of control and things,
Hmm.
the situation is way beyond where it should be, and they need service right away.
Hmm.
But if you use the tools that MoeGo features, it will
Hmm.
make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
The auto message feature and so on and so forth, which we'll go into in detail. We were using a different software before using MoeGo, and we take advantage of as many of the features MoeGo offers, and it saves us at least 15 hours a week in
Hmm.
just messaging clients and contacting them, QA communications, and just kind of building that consistency and building relationships with people. And they know how to contact us, and we can reach out to them. And it'll make your life much easier. We'll
Hmm.
show you what we do, and hopefully that'll help you.
Of course. I wanted to ask a little bit more about like why should business owners be so proactive about rebooking clients? Like, how much money do you think people are leaving on the table by not reaching out to their clients?
I can tell you, you are leaving a ton of money by just simply asking people at the end of the appointment, would you like
Mm-hmm.
to go ahead and schedule your next appointment? And how many weeks out would you like to schedule? It is when you're doing that, I mean, the majority of people are going to, I would say at least 60% of them are going to want to go ahead and reschedule. And it just saves you so much time when you go ahead and get them on the books. And you also have your schedule. There are already, the majority of your schedule will be filled. And then you can go in and fill the gaps or the holes that you have with clients that are new clients or clients that are reaching out that maybe you haven't seen in a while. And we'll talk about how to do that. But it just makes life so much easier. There'll be a more consistent level of revenue coming in on a weekly basis. You won't be stressed out with having, oh my gosh, I don't have very many clients this week or next week. It'll just help you set yourself up for success.
And it also, just to add one thing, it also is the next level of excellent service because when you're asking to rebook them on the spot after the service before you leave their home, they feel so taken care of. And if you get it at that time for like, 4, 5, 6 weeks out, they're most likely to get the technician they want and the spot and the day and the time that they want. And they do just feel so taken care of.
Absolutely. Like excellent customer service is definitely going to be the main reason why people come back. And
Absolutely.
I'll also remember, Todd, you mentioned great advice in our past meetings. Learn to love the word no. Can you tell us more about that philosophy?
Sure. So if you're not asking people to rebook, the chances of you rebooking them are virtually zero at that time. And if you are asking and they do say, no, I'm not quite ready yet, that's okay. You just need to be good with that, knowing that you've asked and you're offering them something. But that just say, for instance, they say, I'm not quite ready yet, but if you want to, do you mind circling back with me in like 30 days? And sure, no problem. You can go into the messaging feature, the two-way messaging feature in MoeGo and send a message. You know, you can go ahead and set it up for a 30-day message to go out and just say, hey, it's Todd with Dog Nail Care. Just you asked me to remind you in 30 days about rebooking, just reaching out to see if you're ready. And it automatically is done. You don't have to do anything. The message, they're going to see it, they're going to respond to it, and it comes back to you. And it's just one extra thing that you don't have to do. But it's a feature is that you should take advantage of that'll make things just easier for you.
Thank you,
I,
Todd.
can I add something to that real quick, Ivy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so also the learning to, to love no is what I was saying to Todd before is you'll be able to find out why they're saying no, right? So say it's I work till 5 o'clock is a perfect example, and you guys don't have enough evening appointments. Listen to the feedback you're getting besides the no, because then you're going to know what they need, and then you're going to know what they want, and then you can maybe modify your business, increase your clients. It goes on and on and on, increasing your revenue. But the no is so important. Just don't take it personally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely better to ask and hear the why and hear the no, and at least
Exactly.
know that you tried.
And
So,
just because they say no doesn't mean that they don't want to book with you. It just may mean that they're just not ready to book right at that time, and
Right.
that's okay. So it's perfectly fine for them to say no. You kind of you'll just let them know that just let us know when you're ready, or would you like for me to circle back with you and just set that auto message up so
Mhm.
it's just one less thing that you have to do.
absolutely. I think what we learned from this is that we shouldn't be disheartened when clients don't rebook, maybe automatically. Like we've been there as customers. But let's now think what has caused us to rebook and keep coming back to a specific business. Most of the time, like we mentioned before, it's their excellent customer service. So, Todd or Terry, what do you think makes DOG nail care professionals stand out when it comes to getting clients to rebook?
So the incomparable customer service. So first of all, we start with a happy team. They have to be happy and they have to be confident. So that's number one. I'm not going to go into too many details about that, but that's where it starts. So the next thing is the continued training that we give them. And part of that training that we give them so that they are confident and it seems flawless in the customer's home is the continued being training like on the MoeGo app. Okay, so all of our technicians have the MoeGo app. They constantly know how they learn all the different features of it. So it's flawless in the home. And by the way, if they do not know, there's a structure in place where they can instantly message us through MoeGo because each technician is set up in the computer, in the program, like as a client. So they can instantly message us, they can instantly message all the schedulers, and we all see it. And so if they need any additional help, it is just like invaluable that. So that's part of the extended customer service we give. That it's they feel really taken care of. We've gotten so many compliments.
And then after that good experience, then clients would want to rebook. Let's talk about the right moment where rebooking should happen.
Hmm.
Sure. So the right moment to rebook is you should ask each client, when you're at their home, once you're finished with their service, you're kind of talking to them, they're cashing out, you're taking care of them, and you just should ask them about rebooking at that time. That's the most important thing. That's how you should end your visit with the client, and then you can kind of move on to the next. But asking them at each appointment is very, very important. And then in a little bit, we'll talk about when clients don't rebook at that appointment. When do we reach out to clients about rebooking? What's a good time to do that? And we'll talk a little bit more of that as we go on in the webinar. We'll give you some specific examples and some show you how to use some of MoeGo's tools that they offer to set things up that are automated so that you don't have to remember to do these things yourself. It's kind of, we're going to share with you some of the features that MoeGo offers that'll make your life easier.
Hmm.
Yeah, and over time, like as we continue to rebook those clients, like what's the best way to set them up to be recurring customers and then build that relationship?
So we love recurring appointments. There is, a lot of people don't know that we offer recurring appointments, or they didn't know that we offered recurring appointments. But when we're consistently seeing a client that's rebooking, every 4 weeks when we're there, and you can look at the history and see, and the technician is going to be the person that really knows. Our technicians are trained, so if someone's seeing them on a consistent basis and they like that specific technician, you know, we ask, hey, we want the technician to ask, hey, would you like to set up a reoccurring appointment? You can set one up on the same for every X amount of weeks, 2, 4, 6 weeks on the same day of the week at the same time with the same technician. And our technicians do a great job of building relationships with our clients, and the clients love them. I only want Sean, or I only want Ashton. So you're able to allow them to pick and choose the day and the time that they want with the technician they want. And it really makes the client feel well taken care of and appreciated because we're giving them what they want.
Of course. I think it's helpful on both sides. Like for the customer, they're working with someone that they trust their pets with. They know they'll do a good job. And then for the technician, like you're bringing in those appointments that keep them like going day to day with their job.
That's right.
So we're gonna get deep into the details now. Let's talk about your approaches that you mentioned earlier. You built a simple but powerful rebooking approach. Can you walk us through it, Todd?
Sure. So setting up automated messages are super simple.
Hmm.
And it really, like I said, makes your life so much easier. What we recommend for the automated messages, so if the client does reschedule at the time of their appointment, they will not receive an automated message, because the automated messages, we have them set up to go out only to clients that are lapsed. So lapsed clients, meaning clients that don't have a future appointment set up with us. So once the 30-day mark passes with each client that we've seen 30 days after their appointment, we have it set up so they receive an auto message that just says basically, hey, it's Dog Nail Care Professionals reaching out to see if you're ready to schedule whatever your dog's name is for an appointment. We're scheduling 7 to 10 days out, so please let us know when you're ready, and we'll be happy to get you scheduled. And that goes out, automatically, and then it goes out at 8:30 for us in the morning. So when at 8:30 happens, because you hear the MoeGo going off over and over again because clients are responding to that. that message that's going out to them. And it really is, I mean, we rebook so many clients from that message. Those clients that aren't ready to rebook when we see them. This is just an extra layer of making sure that you're, trying to rebook as many clients as possible.
Can we hear more too about the quick fill in the gaps?
Sure. So this is another way. So let's just say that, we've asked them and we've sent them an auto message and we haven't heard from them, but let's just say like we're looking at our schedule for the week and we've noticed on Friday afternoons between 4 and 7 we have some gaps. We might have had some last minute cancellations, or we just may need to add some clients. We may have a new technician that doesn't have many clients. This is a way that you can specifically target clients. And we have, I'm sure most of you probably do, we have our area divided up into different service areas, which is a feature that MoeGo offers. And later on, we're going to show you a step-by-step way to set this up so that you can target clients specifically in a service area. So our technicians are set up to be in certain service areas on certain days and certain times. So let's just say, for instance, I'm in a service area on Friday between 4 and 7, and I have, some gaps in there and I need to fill some clients. We're going to show you how to reach out to only the clients in that specific service area that are lapsed, so that do not have an upcoming appointment booked with us. We're going to show you how to target those people when you're in their area, and you can get them to hopefully fill in some of those gaps. And we're very successful in doing this. So it's a way when you're looking at your schedule. Like I looked at our schedule yesterday, we had I think 220 clients scheduled for the week, and just yesterday we scheduled almost 30 more clients by doing this targeting clients in certain service areas. So this is something that really works, and it's actually pretty simple to do.
Yeah, that's powerful. I can't wait for us to dive deeper into that. I think one thing I want to kind of mention before we dive into that is like most people could be intimidated or scared to bombard their customers with marketing, and maybe they might pull away from such a proactive approach. How would you describe the responses you get from your clients when you send these messages out?
Sure. So I'm super conscious of not wanting to bombard clients. It's something that it drives me crazy when I get a text message from a business over and over and over again that I'm not interested. And one good thing now is MoeGo offers they can opt out, which is great. So if someone does receive a message and they don't want to get it, replying stop to it is a great way for them to opt out. And you shouldn't feel bad about reaching out to clients. And that's another one, learn to love the word no. It's okay when they opt out. It's perfectly fine. You need to do what is right for your business and ask. And if if they're getting too many messages, they're going to tell you. But we really try to pay attention. And we reach out to clients within a time frame. So if we haven't seen them in 45 days, sometimes we reach out 60 days. But if we haven't seen them in 270 days, we mark that client as inactive, and that way they're not on the list and keep receiving messages over and over again. And of course, if someone does respond back to us and says, I've moved out of town, or whatever, it's important to pay attention to what the communication that they're giving you and be proactive and reactive to that. So, or maybe their pet might have passed away. It's important to take care of those things, because you don't want to send a client multiple messages after the dog has passed, because doesn't look good for your business, and it's not a good feeling for the client as well. So it's very important.
Thanks, Todd. I feel like you were able to give us a clear understanding of how you strike that balance between like a friendly reminder text versus a persistent sales or like marketing call-in text. We actually have some messaging outreach templates that Todd and Terry sent over, so you guys can take a look at it. This hopefully can help the business owners currently on this call see some examples of different messaging depending on the scenario. So, can the both of you explain what key information you should include when reaching out to your clients and why these current templates have been successful for your business?
Sure.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at filling in the quick filling in the gaps, this message is pretty simple. We're using the variable feature in MoeGo to send a mass text message out. And we're going to show you how to send a mass text message out using the filter feature under the clients and pet section here in a few minutes. But we're targeting these clients in specific areas, and we're using it's important to use the client's first name. It feels very personal to them. And it's also important to use the pet's name in there because that also feels very personal. So both things are very important. And what we're doing in this first one, hi, client first name, hi, Todd. Dog nail care professionals will be in your area this Monday, 2/17, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and Wednesday, 2/19, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We still have a few appointments available on both days, so let me know if you'd like to schedule whatever the pet's name is for a nail appointment. And this is, clients really do love it when you're communicating with their pet. And one thing I didn't send you, Ivy, but what's important to talk about is you really should set up birthday reminders or birthday messages up in MoeGo. So it's another feature that they offer, because a lot of the stuff is top of mind awareness. People are very busy and they forget and they don't think about things until, with us, we call it clickety clack. So when the dog nails are clicking and clacking all over the floor, that's when they're like, oh my God, my dog's nails are too long and I need to get them done. But it's the top of mind awareness. But the birthday message, let's just say they've been hearing that clickety clack and like, I need to make an appointment, but I get busy and I forget. Maybe that birthday message that comes in, you saying happy birthday to their dog, like, you know what? Great. Thank you so much for the birthday message. I'd like to get Tyson scheduled for an appointment. They'll respond back to it's a message to you. So these are things that are that are available to you that you should be taking advantage of. And this will allow you to improve your rebooking percentage for sure. The second thing is clients who we haven't seen in a while. So I talked about clients that, 270 days, we cut it off. That's when we mark them as inactive. But, like this week, we have a new technician who's on our team member that's going to be on her own. So when new people come on board, they don't have their own clients. They don't have a base built up yet. They don't have their regulars because our clients don't know them yet. But what we do is a great time to send out a mass text to target for this specific technician. Her name is Kristen. Whatever area she's in for these days, we target them. So clients we haven't seen in 6 months, we just reach out to them and say, hey, we've added a new technician to our team. Her name is Kristen. She's going to be in your area and she has some availability on whatever days and times that is. And this works, very well it's another way to reach out to them and hopefully get them to rebook. And, it really does work. And once she's able to go out and see them and take care of them, and she's going to try to build a relationship with these clients, and maybe they're going to want to rebook with her, and she's going to do her best to get them to do that. But these things are easy ways to significantly improve your rebooking percentage, and it will have a significant impact on your business.
And again, they feel taken care of. Like we didn't forget them. They're not out of our side, out of our mind. And, we want to take care of you still. So here's some reminders. And they always appreciate it. I will tell you, I'm going to say 99 out of 100 times, they so appreciate us reaching out.
Yeah, I also like how you incorporated like the personalization of these text templates. It's not just a hi, you want to book an appointment? It's like, no, you're saying their pet name, you're saying their name. Like I feel the same way too if like I put myself in a customer perspective. But moving on, depending on how many pet parents the business owners on this call service, this could range from 100 to thousands of clients they would have to manually text or outreach to. This is where systems really come into play because imagine having to go through each one and finding the right client to message would be crazy. So, Todd, you shared with me this video that I'll play shortly where you were staying organized when reaching out to past clients. I'll play this video and please feel free to add any commentary.
Great.
And if anyone in the chat like is not able to see it, like please let me know and we can figure that out together.
And if you have questions specifically about this, you're welcome to reach out to us and we'll be happy to help you. So what we're doing here is we're going under the clients and pet section and we're setting up a new view for lapsed clients in specifically a specific service area, which is the South Tampa service area. So I just typed in South Tampa service area. I'm going now to lapsed, clicking on the lapsed clients. I'm going to scroll down and there are going to be a few things that you need to add here to make sure you're targeting the right people. So we want to make sure they have 0 upcoming appointments. So we click 0 there. Their last appointment, we're going to set when their last appointment was. So here, more than, we're going to put in 45 days. So this will be 45 days after their appointment. So their last appointment. And then this is important as well. So we always go in and put that they've paid more than $1. That means that we know that they have spent money with us. It's not someone that scheduled an appointment and maybe canceled and they didn't get taken off the calendar. So we put that in there. And then we're going to target a specific service area here. And I mentioned Laps for South Tampa is what we titled this. You're going to select the South Tampa service area and you're going to click Save View. And then this will I'll show you there at the top. There'll be next to where the clients, under the clients and pets, above all of the clients, there's a view that's saved up there that says Lapsed South Tampa. You can click on that. You can set one up for each service area that you have. So if you're wanting to target, like I said earlier, if I'm in a specific service area this Friday and I have openings between 4 and 7, I could go to that specific service area and click on that new view, and I can message all the clients that are lapsed 45 days and send a mass text message to them. Very easy, very simple, and that's how you get people to rebook.
Thank you, Todd. We have one question in the chat from Catherine. She asks, do you have to set the service area first?
So you don't have to set the service area first, and this really is dependent upon your own business. So I think we have 13 different service areas in the areas that we serve, and we serve the geography it's pretty big, but we do this so that we can, and we actually spend a lot of time mapping this out to make sure that we want to make sure we're spending the right percentage of our technicians' time in the service areas, and we do that by pulling reports in MoeGo and finding out how many active dogs we have in each service area, and we divide that, we set that, whatever that percentage of our total clients are, we go in and we make sure we have our technicians in that area that percentage of time. So we use the service areas, just because our business, we cover such a large area. But if you don't cover a large area and you don't have service areas set up, you can still do this. You can just do this for all of your clients. So if you're dealing with you don't have thousands of clients, you're dealing with, a couple hundred, you can do it. You don't have to set the service areas up. So that's a great question.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine, for your question. If anyone else has any questions, please feel free to put it into the chat. And thanks, Todd, for answering. I guess like booking a client last minute wouldn't be possible if the system you're using isn't efficient. What did rebooking look like before you came up with this process, and then what changed after?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we used a different software provider before using MoeGo, and they said they were the best, and we just believed they were the best. And we started realizing that they probably weren't the best, and we did some research and we found MoeGo. But we were doing I was running everything off Excel spreadsheets, and I'm pretty good with Excel, but it still is time consuming, and it's communicating that to your team is very tedious and difficult because, let's face it, not all people check their emails and not on the same page. When we're using MoeGo, everything's in a one-stop shop. So we're communicating with people. It's all there. It literally saves us, just from the rebooking standpoint and contacting clients, it saves us an average of 15 hours a week. And we were having to individually message clients. So we would have to send copy and paste, and were very personalized with our messaging. We wanted to use the client's first name and their pet's name, but we would copy and paste a message and send it through just a text message through our iMessage. So we would message clients individually about rebooking, and that was very time consuming and tedious. And they were, sometimes the messages wouldn't go through. So taking advantage of the features that MoeGo offers, they're simple, they're easy to set up. If you have questions about anything that we talked about today, you're welcome to reach out to us. We'll give you our contact information, and we'll be happy to help you and answer, any questions if you think of questions after the call today that you have, and maybe what we do exactly doesn't work for your business, but we'll be happy to give you our suggestions on how to use the MoeGo features to help you, because we started out as a small business. We didn't start out this big. We started out with 37 clients 4 years ago. I remember the number. And we've grown, and we wouldn't have been able to grow without the features that MoeGo offers. That's the truth. It's really helped us grow our business.
And I will say, I'm sorry, interject real
Oh no,
quick,
you're
Abby.
good, you're good.
Also, the support that we get from MoeGo is exceptional, especially compared to the other company. It's very reliable from my experience. And if something's not going or working as planned, your support team is pretty awesome.
Thank you, Terry. I was just gonna say, I'm curious, Todd, if you remember that you had 37 clients back 4 years ago, how many clients do you have now?
We have 4,219.
Wow, to the exact digit too.
I look at that quite often to see when we do our we use that we look at that we have to figure out how many clients we have in a service area to figure out how much time we need to spend there and how to schedule our technicians in those areas, how much time we need to spend there so that we're able to provide the clients in all the service areas with the right level of service. So it's important for us to make sure, we keep an eye on what we have. And sometimes things fluctuate. Sometimes service areas grow faster than others, and you have to add, change your schedule a little bit and add more time in it in an area. So we keep an eye on that.
Absolutely. Are there any other additional features you want to highlight that helped your business run more efficiently?
I really think that what we talked about today are the keys to being successful. And it is about rebooking. There are ways that you have a number of clients, and word of mouth is very important, and it's huge for us. So when you're taking good care of your clients and you're communicating and you're building relationships and you're offering consistency and they feel appreciated as a customer and valued as a customer, they're going to tell people about your business. And, we absolutely love it. So we see dogs and we pride ourselves on this. We see dogs that are absolutely terrified of nail trims. I mean, these are dogs that have been fired by groomers. The veterinarians will do it, but they're going to be put under anesthesia, completely knocked out. And we have over a 99% success rate, and I'm not exaggerating on that, using our method. So we don't do any cutting or clipping. We have a very unique approach to what we do. Um, and we're very patient. And that alone builds so much trust with a pet owner, because when you're taking your dog to have their nails trimmed or to a place, you typically don't get to see it. They take them in a room behind. We want the pet parent to be there because the pet is going to be more comfortable when they're there. And that's one thing that sets us aside from most places. We want you to be there. We want you to be involved. We want you to see what's happening. And if something's not going well, listen, there are many times we go out and let's just say we'll let you know at any time. If we feel like your dog's becoming too stressed out, we'll let you know, hey, listen, this is becoming a little bit, too much today. We've gotten 2 paws done. We're good with that. So let's take a break. We'll get you rescheduled within a week. We'll come back out. You don't pay us until we're done. We'll come back out as many as 3 times. And we have never had a dog where we have been able to finish all 4 paws, maybe multiple times, where we haven't been able to continue to provide our service and shorten the dog's nails. And it gets better every time. It's true that as soon as the dog understands and realizes that we're not going to hurt them, it's a completely different reaction. Because sometimes they react aggressively, but we understand that that's out of fear. And once the pet owner sees that's we truly care about their pet. And because the worst thing we can do is come out and create a bad experience that the dog associates with us. It is not going. It wouldn't get better if we went out and we were just kind of rushing through. So it's something that we absolutely love it when we're able to, shorten a dog's nails that are so long. Sometimes I've seen dogs' nails that are almost 2 inches long, and it's not an exaggeration. They're displaying and they're in pain. And it's because that the pet owner hasn't been able to get them done, or the pet owner has so much anxiety about doing this, but we're able to put them at ease, and they tell people about us. I mean, they write reviews on Facebook and just rave over what we do, and it's a great feeling.
Oh, I love it. I'm hearing like a general trend. Oh, someone raised their hand. Okay, we'll answer them real soon. But I'm seeing a general trend of like customer service is the way to go. Like that's
Yes.
really what strengthens relationships, develops them, has people coming back. We do have a takeaway slide so that it's a digestible way for people that's currently attending this webinar to see what like actionable steps they can take away from this webinar that they can implement to their business to help with rebooking. Todd and Terry, if you guys want to go and kind of explain each step of the way.
I'll let you
Yes.
take this, Terry.
Okay, so deciding who's a rebook worthy client. So it is rare that they're not rebook worthy. I'll just say that. Our clients are consistently rebooking with us. They fall in love with us. They don't want us to go anywhere. So, in my opinion, my personal opinion, they're all rebook worthy because they just love us and they always want us to come back. Go ahead, Todd.
Perfect.
Oh, oh.
Oh, apologies, apologies.
Okay.
Okay.
So picking a moment to consistently ask for rebooking, as we mentioned, it's important to ask at the end of the appointment. And it's a good time for you or your technicians or your team members to communicate, have a conversation with the client, and build a relationship with them and let them know that, you do care. So the best time to ask about rebooking is at the end. But if it doesn't happen, then we gave you some other ideas of how to make that happen by using the tools that MoeGo offers.
Yep. And then creating an outreach template, we talked about that. We gave you examples. And it's so, so important. Not only do the clients completely felt taken care of, which strengthens your relationship with them, but it saves so much time, so much of your time so that you can grow your business. You don't want to be spending most of your week, reaching out to people, and there's so much to do to grow your business. So use the MoeGo tools that you have.
And next, creating a rebook filter, we showed you a short video on how to do that. If you have questions about creating rebook filters, you're welcome to reach out to us. You can contact us. We'll give you our email address, or you can scan the QR code that we'll provide here at the end. It'll take you to our website, and you can message us through our website. But I'm happy to help anyone who has questions about setting up rebook filters. I promise you, once you understand how these filters work, you're going to ask yourself why you haven't been using these all along, because it's truly going to save you so much time.
Yeah. And then send one intentional follow-up this week. I'm not clear on that, Ivy. Sorry.
Oh, like send out the outreach message that you were able to
Oh,
draft.
yes. You mean take an action. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so just taking one of the actions that we've discussed with you for this webinar, you're going to see a world of difference. And if you just do that once a week, and if you have any trouble, please reach out to us. But if you implement one a week or one every 2 weeks, you're going to see a world of difference in the growth of your business.
That's awesome. Thank you, Todd and Terry. We're gonna move over to our Q&A section. So if anyone has any questions, please start sending them over into the chat or the Q&A, I think box too. And Todd and Terry, thank you so much. We went through the whole slide deck. I'm glad we were able to cover everything that we wanted to cover, and hopefully it's been insightful for everyone that's been attending.
And we're here to help. We really are. We're happy to help. You're not, we love the features that MoeGo offers, and this is something that has been so beneficial to us. And a lot of people don't understand how the features work, and we kind of taught ourselves how to do this, and we're happy to share this with people so that it can make your life easier and grow your business.
Yeah, and we love to help people grow their businesses. Todd and I have actually been in that business world for a long time, and that's what we did. And we want everyone to be successful, and we're more than happy to help.
Okay, yeah, I just texted that into the chat in case anyone just had any questions about rebooking. And I know technology can be a little bit hard too. Todd, did you kind of want to go over that automatic like outreach message that you were talking about before?
Yeah, sure. So we mentioned earlier on setting up an automatic rebook reminder. Most of you probably know how to do this, but just in case you don't, if you go into the MoeGo settings, you can see all the features they offer. But by clicking on the settings and then clicking on communications under settings, you'll see auto message after that. You'll click on auto message, and then there'll be an appointment rebook reminder. You click on that, and you can set up your automatic rebook reminder to go out 30 days after their last appointment. And you can create your personalized message in there. I do recommend using the variables as we discussed, so making sure you're using the client's first name and their pet's name as well. And that's messaging just saying, hey, we're just Todd with Dog Milker Professionals, just reaching out to see if you're ready to schedule your next appointment for, whatever your dog's name is, Tyson. Please let us know when you're ready. We're booking 7 to 10 days out, and we'll get you scheduled. And those will go out automatically, and it just takes something off of your plate. And you're going to get some responses on those, and you're going to be able to rebook some clients that you wouldn't have been able to rebook before, just because they weren't giving a message or you weren't reaching out to them. So it's just a way to communicate with them, and it's something that's automatic. You don't have to worry about it. It takes it off your plate.
Thanks, Todd.
Sure.
So, since the questions are still on its way, I'll move over to this slide so that in case anyone wants to check out D.O.G Nail Care Professionals, you can scan the QR code and then that will lead you to their website. And also, if you want to learn about MoeGo, feel free to scan this QR code too. And Todd and Terri, I know you guys are always open to helping anyone out. So if you want to share your emails in the chat, I think that will help a lot of people too, so that they can
Sure.
direct their questions after the webinar.
Sure.
Perfect.
No problem.
I'm going to let Terri share her email address because Terry's on top of, she doesn't miss anything that comes through. So if you want to communicate with her, if you have a question, she'll let me know, and I will be happy to reach out to you. We can talk over the phone if we need to, or however we need to communicate. Email is fine as well. But one thing I love about Terri joining our team is nothing gets missed. So she is an amazing communicator and is on top of it. She's on top of it for me too. She's great.
Thank you, Terri, for sending in your email, and I'll be a testimonial. You are great at replying back to my emails. We do have one question that came in from Elsie. Do you have any ideas to offer an incentive for increasing rebooks, something different that isn't a discount? And
Sure.
they also do mobile grooming.
Perfect. I'm going to tell you, you don't need to offer a discount for rebooking.
Mhm.
The most important thing that you need to remember is what you offer is valuable. So when you offer a valuable service to people and you're good at what you do and you're providing top level customer service, you should never discount your price to encourage someone to rebook. So if maybe it's just what you do is well worth it, and you should get what you're worth. So I don't recommend doing any discounts for rebooking. It's just setting up, going through these, using the tools that MoeGo has to communicate better with clients and to set these things up, automated messages and so on and so forth, and specifically targeting clients. Because like I said, a lot of times clients don't think about it until the situation has gotten out of hand. And birthday messages are even a great way to bring up top of mind awareness, or you contacting them, any kind of messaging. It's just a way to, oh gosh, you know what? I need to schedule an appointment. I just keep forgetting to do that, but I just got a message. Let me just respond back right now. Hey, I'm ready to reschedule. You're going to see your rebooking rates improve significantly if you just follow the suggestions that we're giving here. I promise you that.
And that's just going back to, you just have to ask. That's simply what it, and I know it seems really super simple, but really that's all you have to do. Do not take any money off the table. You don't need an incentive to get people back. If you have top customer service and you provide a wonderful service that they need, they're just going to want you. So don't take money off the table.
Solid advice. Thank you, Todd and Terri. We have two more questions. So David asks, "Hi, do you send a reminder before appointments?"
We do. We send an appointment reminder out 2 days before.
I'll
And
tell
it's
you there's one thing that we started doing recently that's really helped. So when I'm sure you guys see, there's a way that clients can confirm their appointment in MoeGo so that you know that they are aware that you're coming. And a lot of clients were not confirming their appointments. So what we did, we set up a two-tiered approach with that. So when the client schedules an appointment with us, they get a text message saying, an appointment has been scheduled for you on this day and this time. Please confirm your appointment, through the message. And sometimes they don't. And then 2 days before, we send a message out, as Terri mentioned, saying, hey, just reminding you of your upcoming appointment. It's in 2 days. Please confirm your appointment through, you can do it right there through the message. And then we do send one more message if they don't confirm. Now, if they confirm it in any of the messages, the previous messages, they won't get any more messages. So it really has worked well for us to get more clients to confirm their appointments. And they will get to the point, so they'll understand that if they confirm, they won't get any more messages, and sometimes that's what they want. But you're trying to train your clients. You need to get them to confirm so that the worst thing that happens is you send messages out and no one responds. You show up at someone's house, especially doing a mobile grooming, and then they're not home or they don't respond. You've wasted your time, your gas, taking up time on your schedule. So we found that, sending these messages out in, kind of staggered type of ways, it really does help to get clients to improve their confirmation of their upcoming appointment. So that's a great question.
And by the way, it's all right there in MoeGo.
Yep.
It's just another reminder that
Automated. You don't have to do any, so all that,
you
by the way, that's great, Terri. All that stuff is automated. We don't
yes.
have to go in and manually do that. It's set
Mm-mm.
up so that they get the message once their appointment has been booked. And then 2 days before, they're going to get a reminder and asking them to confirm their appointment. And then also again, another reminder one day before if they have not confirmed. So that's great. And it's nothing, there's no extra work for you.
Correct. And I will tell you what's super duper important about that though is we instantly know if they say yes, it's going to confirm it. Okay, got it. If they say no, we automatically know it's a no, and we send a message right away and say, when would you like to rebook that for?
Yeah.
And so, it just might be because they have to work later. Whatever the reason is, it's not because they don't want us there, they booked us in the first place, but we are instantly able to take care of that customer right away so it doesn't fall through the cracks. So those automatic reminders that MoeGo provides the service for, use them. Use them.
Life happens and you have to
Yes.
be understanding with clients, it's easy to determine what life is happening with people. And then it's easy to determine when someone's a repeat offender is what we call them. So if they're canceling at the last minute right before, or, you show up and they're not there, things like that, the repeat offenders, we address that, at a one-off, and we have a conversation with them about this, please, this is what we're asking. This is what you need you to do. And then, just communicate with them what your expectations are, and it solves the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then our chat asks, will the video recording be provided after by chance? So don't worry for any of those who also came a little late and missed some information. We'll be uploading this webinar recording onto our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to watch the whole thing again there. And then we'll also be sharing the slide deck to anyone who RSVP to the webinar in case they need to go back and look at some of the information. And then we also got some kind words from Joseph. Thank you for sharing your expertise, templates, examples, and your time to Todd and Terri. Thank you again so much
Happy
for
to. Yeah,
popping on.
we're
Thank you.
happy to help. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I think this will wrap up our webinar. If anyone has any more questions, Terry's email is in the chat. Feel free to also scan this QR code and I'll direct you to their website. Thank you again, Todd and Terri, for sharing everything that's been successful and helping your business stay booked and busy. And to everyone who joined, we also hope you receive some insightful strategies on rebooking and wishing you a successful and profitable 2026. If you want rebooking easier and your schedule more predictable, MoeGo's here to support you. And you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok at MoeGo, and our Facebook communities, MoeGo for premium groomers and for boarding and daycare. Is there any other socials that they can follow you, Todd and Terri?
We're on Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. So check out all those social medias and you'll be able to find us there. Thank you again for joining us today, and let's keep building the future of pet care.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
you.
Have a great day.